Okay, it is Sunday, 18th June 2017. It is 8:46 p.m. Tropical Storm Warning 1. Issued by the Trinidad and Tobago Meteorological Service. The government of Trinidad and Tobago is placing Trinidad and Tobago under a tropical storm warning as of 6 p.m. today, Sunday, 18th June 2017. Simultaneously, the Trinidad and Tobago Meteorological Service, on the advice of the government of Grenada, is placing Grenada and its dependencies under tropical storm warning. A tropical storm warning means that Trinidad and Tobago, Grenada and its dependencies can expect tropical storm conditions within 36 hours. Before doing this live video, I called Eric Mackey on the phone. Eric Mackey, as some of you may know, is part of the ODPM. He is one of Trinidad's most senior meteorologists, and I asked him if he would speak to the public to answer questions, to let people know, because I asked him if it is a serious situation, and he said that it is. So I'm calling Eric Mackey. Hi, good evening, Eric. You're live now. You're live on social media. And I'm calling you for advice for the public. How should they respond to this tropical storm warning?
Well, first of all, the weather conditions are going to get very bad tomorrow evening, right? A storm warning has been issued in anticipation of tropical depression to becoming tropical storm breath, either overnight, tonight, or tomorrow before it makes landfall, right? Regardless of whether it becomes a storm or not, tomorrow evening into Tuesday morning, the weather is going to deteriorate. There's going to be lots of very strong wind, lots of rainfall. As a result, in the poorer class areas especially, you're going to see a lot of roof damage, roof blown off and stuff like that. And the rainfall is going to produce flooding. The flooding is going to be exacerbated by the fact that we have had rain for the last 3 days and the ground is just about saturated at this point. So when the additional rain comes tomorrow night, Met is forecasting anywhere between 50 and 125 millimeters overnight. So when that additional rain falls in the ground, it's not going to be able to soak into the ground. It's going to run down the road.
Eric, when should we expect conditions to deteriorate? To those of you now joining us,
well,
this is Trinidad meteorologist.
Overnight, tomorrow night. Basically, at this point, the forecast is for tomorrow evening into Tuesday morning. However, that is dependent on the system maintaining its current forward motion. The current forward motion is based on its forward speed at this time. The system could slow down as it approaches the island, or it could even speed up and come earlier. And that is something that we have no control over and we don't know about. The system could just suddenly stand up and have us waiting, or it could rush in, right?
Eric,
my advice is for everybody to be prepared for the weather to start deteriorating, possibly from after lunch tomorrow, right? If it doesn't deteriorate after lunch tomorrow, certainly tomorrow evening, and as the night gets later, it will get worse and worse.
So we're safe tonight. We shouldn't expect any bad weather tonight.
No. Well, yes, and when not weather, bad weather in terms of a storm or anything, but the intertropical convergence zone has been active over the last couple of days, and we didn't get any showers and stuff. So it's possible you may see 1 or 2 showers overnight tonight. At this point in time, I was just looking at the radar a short while ago, and it looks relatively clear right now, but that doesn't mean it's going to stay that way whole night tonight. But no storm conditions until tomorrow night.
What advice do you have to give people so they could give to each other with regards to preparations for this event?
Well, one of the things is that the wind is likely to take out a lot of the electricity supply, right? Either by debris flying into the wires or trees toppling over and going into the wires and stuff like that, it is entirely possible that there will be extended periods of power outages, because this is going to be an island-wide event. It's not going to be a small area. So you should be prepared to live without electricity for a day or two. You should have some drinking water. And bear in mind that without electricity, you will not have use of the pumps in the tank. So hopefully you have a low enough tap that you can pull water from your tank from. Other than that, I have been advising everybody that I know to advise their friends that if they're on the beach this weekend, come off the beach early tomorrow, but I would say midday, right? Or I know some people are leaving tomorrow morning to come back, right? We don't want to be caught out there when this thing arrives.
For those now joining, this is Eric Mackey, Senior Meteorologist. Eric, I want to ask you a question. People who would normally be going to work and stuff tomorrow, especially in the afternoon shift and thing, I mean, unless they're involved in essential or critical services, would you advise them to stay home?
No. Well, tomorrow is a holiday, so a lot of people will be home anyway. But a lot of the essential services will be functional. They will be making their own arrangements and plans at this point to have the necessary staff on for the duration. What those plans are, I can't say exactly.
Okay. So, well, I hope to be able to contact you again as we get closer, should the warning increase, so that you could keep our listeners and followers advised. Yes, thanks very much for this, Eric.
All right. Well, the next advisory will come out at midnight tonight, but I don't think they're going to maintain a 6-hour status. They may I think probably by 6 a.m. tomorrow they're going to increase or rather decrease the time between advisories from 6 hours to possibly 3 hours. Right? So the advisories will be coming out very frequently as the system gets closer to us and so on.
Is your social media Facebook page open to the public?
No, it's not.
Okay, well,
I
will take the advisories from you and pass it on, because I follow your advisories on social media.
Yeah, sure. A lot of people are doing that. That's fine.
Thanks a lot for that, Eric Mackey. Thank you very much.
Okay, no problem.
That was Eric Mackey, one of the most trusted names in, meteorology in Trinidad, if not the Caribbean. So he just said, don't panic tonight, but let us start to be prepared. He is saying that there is every likelihood we are going to get a tropical storm tomorrow after lunch. He said, come off the beach, that's common sense, secure your stuff, let us get to being a little more proactive, organize yourself, full bottles, full containers with water, prepare for the event in the advent of no electricity, charge your phones, charge your laptops, your other devices. In the morning, I suggest, top up your gas tank with gas if you could. This is not to encourage rushed panic buying of anything. If you have candles in your house and you have matches in your house, put them in a plastic bag, secure them in easy reach. Put some batteries in your torchlight. Things like essential documents, your passport, money, credit cards, anything that you don't have on you, secure them too in a plastic bag. I don't know if the wind advisory is going to be such that we need to be taping up windows. You could never be too cautious. You will know how to assess your own situation where your family is concerned. Medication, critical medication, keep that safe, keep that in a waterproof environment, and let's prepare. Put aside some stuff that do not need to be in a refrigerated environment to last a couple days, stuff to eat, fresh fruits, vegetables, and stay safe. Avoid floodwaters. If it happens and power lines come down, common sense tells you, keep your distance, let the professionals handle it. I will be bringing all the updates that I could for as long as I could. And Eric Mackey just gave us a commitment. He will be updating his page. I get his updates. I'll pass it on through my page right away. And as the advisories come in, if we go live, we will call Eric again so that he will update us. But we just got all of our information from Trinidad's best meteorologist, Eric Mackey. He is part of the ODPM now. They're on top of this. He guarantees and assures me. But let us be proactive for ourselves. So we're spreading the words to our family members, our loved ones, our friends. Let's also engage in a buddy system with the neighbors and the community. Tell the others around. Secure stuff in your yard. Secure lying around stuff. People, you know Trinidadian rim and brick and all kind of thing. Secure all of that so they don't become missiles. All of these little things is what leads to injury, unnecessary injury. Yes? So let's be a little proactive where that is concerned. I wasn't expecting to be going live tonight. So as of this point, there is no more concern for tonight. He said it is possible that we can have the situation, weather could deteriorate tonight, but don't look for tropical storm conditions tonight, but prepare for tropical storm conditions tomorrow. Feel free to share this with others so that they can get this information. Yeah, and we go forward from there. We on my page and on all the pages, we will be sharing the updates. We've shared the tropical storm warning. We've shared our advisory. Feel free to share those as well with everybody so that everybody is in the loop. As I said, the name of the game is to be proactive, be prepared. Let us make sure that our neighbors are aware and that we have some arrangement in place for in case things deteriorate, that we would be able to work together with our neighbors to secure our communities and our loved ones. Yes? So feel free to share this. As of now, Rudy Curry has shared some stuff on my page as well, and you should feel free to share that. The hurricanesready.gov, the page explains what actions to take when you receive a hurricane watch or warning. So that is a good thing to share. And yeah, so that is that. Where that is concerned for now, feel free to share with friends. Again, we are not in panic. We are not in panic. We are not in a tropical storm tonight, but we have a tropical storm warning. Conditions are expected to deteriorate tomorrow by lunchtime, after lunch. That is the prediction. They're working with models. He said it could slow down, it could speed up. He said, Eric Mackey said, we could get bad weather later on tonight into the morning, but that is not conditions associated with the tropical storm, which is a separate event. And that we need to be proactive and prepared. Come off the beach, secure your stuff, secure yourself, put aside some more water. Ron Gemma just said get duct tape for doors, etc. If you know that you're in a place prone to flooding, take flooding precautions. Secure yourself. You could duct tape your door shut, duct tape it to the ground, duct tape the entire door, and keep water out. You can be proactive and ready. Secure your pets. Do not leave your pets exposed to the elements. Yeah? And let's not take this one, let's not take it for a joke. Let's laugh after if it passed. But regardless of what happens, let us always take a tropical storm warning very seriously. This is not something to joke about. This is something to take seriously. All of you have loved ones. You have young, the very old. You have the pets. We have people in our communities. Look for people in your communities that may not have support systems. Go and check on the elderly. If you have any homes for the elderly or for children in your area, go and look for them. Make sure they have the support that they needed once your business covered. And if we as people start to treat our home, then our neighborhood, then our community as all part of our sphere of influence. Once home safe and neighborhood safe, we expand into concentric circles going out. All of us exchange phone numbers, set up protocols in your own community. Should this, then that. Just have conversations with your neighbors. Should this happen, we do that. Have all your neighbors in the loop so that victims don't have to remain exposed for long. Yeah? Ron Jemmett is saying, do not use duct tape on the windows, use normal masking tape for that. Masking tape on the windows is for if something cracks it, it doesn't shatter. Bring the dogs inside. Anybody who would like to offer any advice, any professionals outside there who are professionals where this is concerned and would like to offer any advice, feel free to give me a call on 682-2110. The public would like to know and they would be sharing this advice, so you could feel free to give me a call. Now, yeah, secure stuff, secure your passport, secure your money and that kind of stuff. Just, we're being proactive. Again, some messages. I just want to check on these messages now. We all need to be cognizant of numbers, telephone numbers. I am going to get numbers and share it on my wall. Anybody else who has numbers for ODPM, the regional corporations in your communities, all of the fire, ambulance, emergency numbers, let's start to share those. Let's keep ourselves. So make sure that you have handy in an environment, and picture yourself in an environment with no electricity, how you will function. Picture yourself in an environment, water goes, electricity goes, how you will function. Set all those protocols now. And if we're ready, if tomorrow people are asking who will be open, tomorrow is Labor Day. I don't know if places like Massey stores close on Labor Day. In the Westby's, I know for a fact they will be open. Peaks, all the gas stations, they will be open. But this is not a reason for panic buying. This is a reason to make sure if you think you will need 4 candles and you have 2, go and buy 2. Don't go and buy 24. Don't go buy all the corned beef in the grocery. It is not that. We're just at a situation where we're making sure we can rally through for a couple of days. A tropical storm, they do not expect it to get worse. And the tropical storm warnings and the advisories, right now they're on a 6-hour rotation, Eric Mackey told us. And that if it is going to require, they will, as the event gets closer, the advisories will come 3 hours and closer. Remember that on this wall and all the walls that we're associated with, my personal profile, the fan page, Stand Up, TNT, and we will share as much as we could and others will as well. But I'm letting you know that as Eric Mackey, posts stuff, we will share them as well. Yeah? Somebody saying Chinese groceries open 24/7, and that's a fact. Western Main Road, the built up areas, you can go and secure what you need. Do not go and panic buy. Do not buy out the world. You do not need to buy out the world. It's a tropical storm warning. We expect it to be serious, but we expect it to pass. Okay? So, sorry that I'm taking messages that while this is going on, yeah, people are concerned. Do not be overly concerned. Stock up on David Ramjohn just told me stock up on rotis. Fellas. Anyway, joke is joke. Tonight, so even though this is called storm warning, tonight does not expect to be the conditions are not expected to deteriorate tonight. It does not, we expect, and the forecast is for a deterioration of conditions after lunch tomorrow. So, again, come away from the beaches and that kind of stuff. I will take some calls, and if you all want to call and add your 2 cents, 682-2110. Or we can wrap up right now. I mean, I know you all like the lime, and once it starts, we might as well continue. Or we could stop it now and let this be about the storm. It's really up to you all. But I am happy to hear from Mr. Eric Mackey, because I trust his information. We make a lot of our forecasts based on his forecasts, and they're usually spot on. Yeah? Right. Why are you getting bumped off? I do not know. Why didn't I call Sigoni? You all saw that we got a nice write-up in The Guardian today. The PB got a nice write-up in The Guardian today. Yeah, Trinidad Guardian, surprisingly. Ryan Hadid wrote a lovely article. Rudy is telling me to make sure the duck's safe. Rudy, we don't have possession of the duck, but if anything's safe in a storm, it's a duck. It can swim. We can. Yeah. No beach tomorrow. Right? So, when you're checking on the elderly, secure their medicine in a Ziploc bag for them. Make sure they have water, food, etc. That's good advice, Mr. Tardier. Hoping God is still a Trini. God will always be a Trini. God just waiting for Trinis to become Trinis themselves. He's waiting for us to actually step up and do a little part of the job ourselves. 682-2110 if you want to call in and have a part of the conversation. I think that it was overdue that we would get such a nice article written. I wasn't expecting it, but I thought it was overdue for the media. After last night, after yesterday evening in Chaguanas, we got a really nice turnout. I'm seeing the numbers coming and going. People in flood-prone areas should get sandbags. You would know if you need that to secure your area. And if you get bump off, join back, please. And I'm really sorry about that. I mean, at some point, Flo need to get their act together. If you know that there are people in your community, in your neighborhood, in your street, who are not as well off as you, who may not be able to invest in a couple bottles of water and a couple candles and a couple boxes of matches, feel free to do the right thing. Drop it across for them. At the end of the day, we want no victims. We want no injuries. We want the storm to pass, and whatever we need to clean up after, we'll clean up after as a community, as a nation. Yeah? All electronics in garbage bags. Yeah. When it actually starts, that's good advice. Look around and secure your stuff. Charge up your phones. Keep your devices charged. Lakshmi Maharaj, I'm sorry that you're getting bumped off. I don't know. I've seen the numbers fluctuating. I know I have Flow people on the system. They are paying attention here too. So maybe they will intervene and see what they could do. Prayer is good. But the old people say pray to God but tie a camel. So make sure that you secure your pets. Put things in place. Mr. Mackey, Eric Mackey, meteorologist, he said that they expect that the event, the tropical storm, should hit us after lunch tomorrow. So get your protocols in place where you go in case something happens. Yeah? Somebody's sending me a message. The sandbags. You could go in a grocery and take the normal plastic bags they have in the grocery and fill them with sand, and that's a sandbag. So it doesn't have to be anything too fancy. So if you can't get the fancy stuff, you can go in the hardwares and get Crocus bags. Let me advise you, the more you fill a bag, the heavier it is and the harder it is to maneuver and to move. So my best advice to you is many small bags as opposed to 1 or 2 large bags. Ensure the drains in the yard cleaned out. Yes, good advice. Faris, make sure you stock up on your beauty products. That was not important, Crystal Mohammed. Write down family numbers as we rely on them. Being in our phone, we don't have them memorized. Write down the important numbers. Secure that in a plastic bag. Expect things to get uncomfortable and we will rally through. Yeah? So those of you who need to play Candy Crush, if your phone runs out of batteries, make sure you have a Scrabble or a crossword. We are taking it seriously. Doreen Silal, we had Eric Mackey on the phone tonight, live on this video, and you could share this with your friends. Make sure your house roof's strong. Don't leave any blocks on top. That is a thing we do in Trinidad. We need to not do that, and this is a good time to check on that. All personal docs, passport, birth certificate, etc. in plastic bags on hand. We said that repeatedly earlier. Misty just joined us and she's giving me that again to remind you. You can't play Candy Crush offline. Secure your batteries. Secure your thing. I just checked my torchlight upstairs and it whispered back at me. So tomorrow I have to go and get batteries for that. Of course, I told my mother that we're on a tropical storm warning, so she battening down everything. I have to call her back and let her know we have some time. Transistor radio, batteries, yes. The good protocols to have in your direct neighborhood, the 10, 15 houses around you. Touch base with everybody. Make sure everybody is aware. Exchange numbers. And after, if systems come down, if the telephone pole or the lights come down, understand that TNTech and the telecommunication companies now have direct feedback in their systems. They know when it is down. You don't necessarily, I mean, you make your calls to trouble calls, but if your phone system is down, don't panic. They would have crews on the road immediately. That is supposed to be their protocol, and as the ODPM is on top of this, I expect that to be the case. Yes? Keep your animals in a safe place. Do not put your dogs in plastic bags. Chinese are funny, yes? David Ramjohn saying it's a long time since he heard the word transistor radio. Secure loose items in case of high winds. It is expected to be a nationwide event. Please tell everybody come off the beach. There is no surfing in this storm. Yeah? Sheila Cooper just shared a lot of numbers for the municipal corporations. Look on the thread, copy it, paste it. Look for the ones that matter to you and write them down and share it with others. Yes? Vishal Rajpal Singh just shared TNTech's number in South. Anybody who has TNTech's number, trouble calls or the different numbers for the areas, remember, we are on a tropical storm warning. It doesn't mean tonight. The event is expected to happen, according to Eric Mackey, meteorologist, who was just live with us, is expected to start after lunch tomorrow. Please remember, come off the beach, secure yourself, secure your loved ones, the elderly, the very young. Let's take this seriously. Yeah? Let's take it seriously. Andrew John, no need to be scared. If you know that you take certain medication, it's critical, stock up on that a little bit. Make sure that you have, let me tell you something. Peanut butter and Cricks and I could survive anything, and I'm not joking. And live like that. Look for stuff that you do not need to refrigerate for a couple of days. If current go, peanut butter is good protein, Cricks, bread, hops bread. You live, we will survive. And neighbors, share with neighbors. 800 TNTech, somebody 800 TTEC. Lakshmi Maharaj just shared that. Digital age, authentic leadership from the heart. Thank you, Derek Allen Noel Parker. The reality is that the way to survive any emergency is strengthen numbers. That always works. Be proactive, be prepared. Tell one another. Make sure that all of the people in your circle, the important people, know, and tell them. Tell others. We are not in panic mode. We are not in panic buying. We're topping up and we're preparing just in case. Yeah? Make sure, this is very important, the people that you're spending time with during this storm, do not spend that time with people that you're likely to get vexed with, because you can't go outside. You'll be stuck. You'll be stuck. Secure all boats. Put all perishables in plastic bags. Yeah. Cricks and anything, Freezy Mohammed said. Well, I know peanut butters last forever, so I always have a large supply of peanut butter. I eat peanut butter and olives if you give me a chance. Don't be selfish. Check on your neighbors. Exactly. Let us be strong communities. Let's fix home and then the community. And once our community is strong, we're good. Do not panic. Yes, Rudy Curry, we are not panicking, and that is the purpose of this. There is, in every likelihood, there is going to be a tropical storm tomorrow after lunch, and we are aware. We are aware it is coming. We have enough time to put everything in place. I hope all of the essential service people are hearing this, reporting for duty. I hope all of the managers are starting to initiate emergency protocols. I hope the hospitals are getting on a storm footing where emergency and critical response requirements are concerned. Generators, backup for that. Yeah. The people of Tobago use the buddy system as much as possible, because I understand Tobago short on supplies. I don't know how true that is. And yeah, let us keep each other informed. Let us share information as the things go on. Yeah. Keep look out for your neighbors. Once it begins, stay off the roads. That's good advice. Expect there will be flash flooding. He said there will be flooding. So stay off the roads. We really, Lima, I don't know Mount Hope. I hope Mount Hope uses this opportunity to sanitize their blighted reputation, but I've lost all hope in Mount Hope right now. Tobago is in more danger. Yeah, that's what Lindsay Trabole just said. We're trying to be prepared and proactive so as not to need any kind of intervention from any sort of medical services. If it continues to deteriorate, if the system is expected to get worse, we will tell you, tape up your windows and secure those. Yeah. We need to hear from all of the regional health authorities. We need to know that they are prepared, that they have stuff in place. The regional corporations, they need to top up all their backhoes and make sure everything is ready for response. TNTech, Flow, B-Mobile, TSTT, you all need to be ready. We fully expect that there will be a tropical storm tomorrow after lunch, and we are advising people not to panic, just be prepared. Yeah? Disaster preparedness requires that you look around and secure all loose objects in the vicinity of your home. Top up your car with gas. Make sure your torchlights have batteries. You have a couple days supply of water, drinking water and otherwise. Secure yourself with some food that does not need refrigeration in the event of there's a loss of electricity. Top everything up, charge everything up. And the medications, put your matches and candles in waterproof packs, put your passport, birth certificates, that kind of stuff, and just be prepared. Put everything on the top floor. If you have a second floor, put it out of the reach of water. But even if anything, even if the worst occurs, you're supposed to be able to survive if you're prepared. So let us prepare. Again, it is not to panic. We are not panicking. We're having a conversation tonight. We spoke with Eric Mackey of the ODPM, Chief Senior Meteorologist, and he is of the view that this tropical storm event is going to take place. So let us get ourselves ready. It is very important that you touch base with everybody in your family, your loved ones, your friends. Make sure that they're aware. Liz Eccles said secure glass windows and glass doors. How we secure them, the most extreme is plywood, but you could also just tape them up in case they break. People in low-lying areas, be advised. If you are in a low-lying area, I plan to do updates, so they don't all expect to be this long. But as Eric Mackey updates, I will update. So you could look out for this. And even when it's going on, as long as we have the ability to broadcast, we will guide. You could keep my number as long as WhatsApp and stuff is up. 682-2110. Remember to keep all your devices fully charged. And let's be prepared and proactive. I don't know if there's anything else we didn't touch on. Chalena Birchwood said, fill up your bathtub with water. Chalena, how I wish I had a bathtub to fill with water. Keep an extra pair of clothes and underwear and footwear in a plastic bag to keep it dry. That makes a lot of sense. Do not go looking for gas leaks with a candle. David Ramjohn, as funny as that sounds, it is also very good advice. Did they name the storm as yet? I want to think it's going to be Rowley, but I'm not sure. My number is 682-2110. Everybody should know that by now. Do not use it to send me hurricane prayers, please, because it gets filled fast. Yeah? And again, I want to tell people, when you see a video about a man getting chopped, no, 100 other people are going to send it to me. Don't send it yourself. Tropical Storm Keith, Dave Lux, we experiencing that storm about 2 years now. It's called Brett. I don't know. Yeah, so I think that should be about it for this update on the tropical storm. Send pics of whatever roti you're eating, the 682-2110. David Ramjohn. Right. Yeah, so to wrap up, I'm saying again, it is not a panic, but we expect a tropical storm tomorrow after lunch. We spoke live with Eric Mackey, so if you just joined us, after the video, you can watch the first 10-15 minutes of the video and you will hear him speak directly and give advice directly. We expect a tropical storm tomorrow after lunch. Eric Mackey has advised all come off the beach, secure your surroundings, touch base with your neighbors, everybody, clue everybody else in, and let us be prepared, right? Secure your belongings, the things that should not get wet, put them in a plastic bag, yes? And more than anything else, stay safe, Trinidad and Tobago.